Part 1 is Inspiration. What does our life consist of? Two plans, a routine activity associated as a rule with work and daily hustle and entertainment, recreation, something that can distract us from the dullness of everyday life. Happy people experience a sense of satisfaction by combining both blends with the same drive. They do the lean and go hiking. Some have to go the boring work only to maintain the stable standards of living. Sorry. Drink water. The first are looking for inspiration. The second are looking for motivation. The first part of this book is designed to generate enthusiasm that will turn reading into an exciting journey to the hidden possibilities of the human brain. The information breakthrough at the end of the 20th century created the conditions for the global development of human activity in the field of science and art. Thus, this fact generates the excitement of consumption and the study of information about our multifaceted world. As the saying goes, the appetite comes with eating. It's enough to read the first line of a fascinating detective story or a popular science article. As we find ourselves drawn into an information centrifuge, most people today have mastered the skills of slow reading perfectly with a mental vocal reproduction of each word, with giving the text emotional coloring. Perhaps that this process is suitable for fiction, which is savored bit by bit, like a chocolate bar. But what if you need to learn dozens of pages of necessary information per night? Speed reading will allow everyone who has studied the material below to become a step higher in their efforts to conquer tough life positions. Just imagine that thanks to this skill, you will be able to achieve what millions of inhabitants of the planet dream of. Today, body shaping is popular. Fitness coach, and nutrition instructor call for this, offering the only motivation to please yourself and others. This is a powerful incentive, forcing every laziness to get up from the couch and train muscles for several hours a day. But the brain is also a muscle. Trained brain no less contributes to the achievement of vocation. Inspired by the examples in this section of the book, you will be able to gain self-confidence, discover the unlimited possibilities of the mind, and make sure that you and only you can radically change your life. Chapter 1. Who needs speed reading and why? Quite quite possibly, stumbling on this manual online, you will ask a logical question. Why study speed reading? If for my activities I have enough studying, several books in a year and one magazine and several newspapers per month, let's analyze the flow of information daily passing through our worldview. According to information experts, the materials on the web is updated almost every second. Every day, scientists make a breakthrough in a particular area. Data is growing exponentially. Track updated data is becoming increasingly difficult. It is necessary to create a base for the absorption and productive assimilation of larger flows of text messages. This can be done throughout life. Consider each stage separately. For example, you are a student or a future applicant. At this interval of age, the brain is the most flexible for the formation of skills. The implementation of which will develop in the future. The foundation can be laid now. LAID. I don't understand this word. Effective speed reading helps not only to quickly learn school literature or materials for admission, but also to assimilate and, most importantly, to memorize the necessary knowledge in the shortest possible time. Already in the third and fourth grades, slow reading is formed, and if it's not developed, you can get stuck for a long time at this level. And now, having come out of your old alma mater, you see before you an immense field of activity in which is going to make the revolution. You are a young specialist with a huge suitcase of knowledge and skills, but you are ready for a real life. Back in the middle of the last century, workers who could perform their function well, to process material or reduce debit with credit, were considered the most valuable specialists. Most of today's professions contains a wide field of industry knowledge. Marketers need to understand foreign policy, and the knowledge of several foreign languages can be useful to the medical profession. The future does not come tomorrow. Your future is what you do today. Usually, most of companies offer their employees internal training that extends over several months. How much faster you can join the workflow if the material is mastered in just a couple of days? Psychologists have proven that after 5 years of being in the workplace, the process of a professional burnout begins. The work seems boring, monotonous, uninteresting. Many factors are annoying. First of all, it concerns informational stagnation. The brain receives the same amount of similar data every day and begins to starve. Before it was enough to graduate, and the knowledge gained was sufficient until retirement. Currently, to be entrained, you need to constantly improve and obtain new knowledge. Without quick mastering of information, becoming successful is quite difficult. Speed reading skills help to correct this situation. The quick processing of new material in a particular area will force you to rethink the experience gained and make a significant progress in an already familiar professional environment. Thanks to the flow of information, you get a significant head start in front to your employees and increase the chance of getting a promotion several times. It is all the more difficult to remain a leadership positions because without a daily analysis of recent surveys, without developing a new management concepts, and without studying the competing environment, moving up is almost impossible. Upsetting and working through this information, you will see how much wider you start to think about which faces open for you in terms of development. Do you like to read? How much do you like to read? Do you not part with a paper or ebook, even in the subway? On a day off, you are organizing marathons with swallow your favorite pieces. Properly assimilated speed reading will help you to penetrate Bukowski's volume in one weekend. Read Dan Brown's novel, know the denouncement of the detective masterpiece from Conan Doyle in one go. Speed reading is as own stage of life brings what we can crave the most self. Ôi trời ơi,